got this Wizkid FC.
Wizkid fans have successfully made many enemies for Wizkid, and I'm going to be explaining and trashing out every of these things in the course of this video.
Say Fela go day alive, somebody go post say Wizkid is greater than Fela. Fela go do like say you no see him. You don't know my papi.
But if this is your first time joining my channel, do well to click the subscribe button, do well to like this video, and let's go. The issue between Seun Kuti and Wizkid actually started when Seun Kuti came out to the general public to make it known clearly that he actually wants Wizkid FC to stop comparing his father to Wizkid, and that these two people are not on the same level. That the impact, the cultural impact that his father had, Wizkid don't have it. The influence on why Afrobeat is what it is today, Wizkid didn't do that. And he came out being angry, and Wizkid FC started coming for him, started saying all sorts of things. Instead of them to listen to what he was trying to say, it became the hell of a noise. They started trashing out, coming for him, coming from his family. Then from that, because he was the one actually speaking into the live video, he started responding, and it went on really, really bad. It got to a point that he made it a series, like the next 7 days or next 12 days, which I actually thought wasn't necessary. I think that in as much as you had made your point known the first day, I think that was enough. But the fact that he continued and made it like a daily thing, you understand? Like he was expecting Wizkid to actually speak about it. That was the part that I didn't just understand. You had made your point clear that everybody should stop comparing Wizkid to your father. And I think that is expected, because this is something that I've actually been seeing on different comment sections, that you just see many of Wizkid fans actually talking about the fact that Wizkid is greater than Fela, this and that. But we know the cultural effects and the cultural shift of Afrobeat through the existence of Fela. We all know this, but because, of course, this person is my favorite. Of course, I have to defend him till thy kingdom come. Of course, I love Wizkid so much. There's no point about it. Everybody actually needs to now support their own. And because, we know that Fela is a generational artist. He has actually impacted generations, right? He has impacted so many lives. He has done so many things. But notwithstanding, we don't know him. We don't know his music. We were not there when he was born. We didn't know how he actually transformed Afrobeat. You understand? So because of that, and because they love Wizkid, of course it has to be Wizkid they will support. So these people now have to come and defend their family. It got to a point that now Wizkid now had to come in. And Wizkid said a lot of things, called Fela so many names, said so many things, said if he was even greater than Fela, what waiting can happen? Waiting happen. And remember that there was a particular time, there are many times when Wizkid have actually associated the success of Afrobeat to Fela, which is not a new thing. In fact, he even tattooed Fela on his arms, meaning that he actually has respect for Fela. But the fans have always been the issue in all of these things. The fans of Wizkid have always been his problem. And because he doesn't know how to actually relate with this will continue to be one of his biggest problem ever. Wizkid has so many fans all over the world. And there are some set of fans that are actually very cool. They love what he does, they love his music, and they support him in the way they can actually support him. But there are some set of fans that you also have that are hooligans. There are hooligans in nature. Yes, there are wicked set of human beings. There are wicked set of human beings that always try to bring Wizkid down, thinking that they are helping him. And how do I explain this? Wizkid FC has fought with so many celebrities all over. And you actually think, is Wizkid FC the only one in Nigeria that has fan base? You understand? They have actually fought with Burna Boy. That Wizkid, that he had to tweet it by himself and say, if you actually have your time, that if I come for you guys, you will not like it. Wizkid fans have also come for with Tiwa Savage. Unprovoked. That Tiwa Savage had to actually make it known that these guys are bullies, that you guys have turned to court already. That this is not normal anymore. You can't tell me that this is just fan base anymore. This is already a cult. That nobody can actually have their say except it's Wizkid. Nobody can actually do this except it's Wizkid. So she had to say that part. Portable has also complained the same thing. Portable also said something very, very similar to that. Very Dark Man has also fought with Wizkid before. Very Dark Man has also fought with Wizkid FC before. Just take a look at this video yourself.
FC, it is safe to say that Wizkid FC, nah, really, yeah, squad. Una no get level. You understand? I gave you 24 hours. When I say on chop my account 24 hours and nothing don't happen, it is safe to say the Rattle gang over the FCs. Now, the Rattle gang, you know what we do? We don't report accounts. We stand for justice. And we fight for people that don't have the voice. You understand? You know what we do now? When I come out and I say, okay, this person defraud somebody, if it's a bad business that defraud people, people go there. You see the way we work well in coordination. We go to their page, we say, oh, return the money. You understand? We put pressure. Don't be say we go there, they fight over people where we say nothing. We don't get anything from them. You understand? It's all about Nigeria and the progress of Nigeria for us. The Rattle gang, I greet you people 100%. I love you all. FC, Wizkid. Wizkid, foolish children. I still give you people more 24 hours again if you like. Don't play. Don't play.
And because of that, these Wizkid FC are causing problem. Anytime you see Wizkid and Davido fight, if you check the grassroots of whatever is going on, Wizkid FCs are the one fueling the whole matter. And that is the problem that Wizkid will continue to have with till thy kingdom come. These guys will be behaving like they are helping Wizkid, but they are destroying relationship. They are destroying other people's legacy in order to bring his own up. They are spoiling other people's markets to actually want to say, oh, their own are the best. That is what they are doing. And they are not helping his career. They might think they are actually doing the best. Oh, we have the largest fan base in Africa. They want to imagine that they have the largest fan base, which is not a bad thing. But the problem there is you are destroying relationship. That means Wizkid will now have to start mending broken relationship that should not have broken in the first place. But because he just has to support and say that, oh, I'm supporting my people, I cannot go against my people, because it will be a very wrong thing for him to now come out and say, oh, this thing that you are doing is wrong, even though he might even know that what they are doing is wrong. I tell you that this matter that went on between Seun Kuti does not have anything to do with Wizkid. It actually does not have anything to do with Wizkid. The reason why Wizkid had to come out was to protect his own, to protect the Wizkid fan, both the hooligan and the non-hooligan, to protect the ones that are actually there for him for truth and the ones that are actually there for lies, because he doesn't have a choice. He just have to behave like, oh, I'm happy for what you guys are doing. Whereas there are some people that are actually bringing him trouble daily. There are some artists, there are some people that are actually causing him trouble daily. Majority of the problems that Wizkid is having in the industry today are as a result of his fans. And that is fact. If you look at the many people that Wizkid have had to fight, if not for the fact that the relationship between Burna Boy and Wizkid is strong, Wizkid actually wants to break their bond. The same thing with Tiwa Savage. They actually want to break their bond. If you leave Wizkid FC and give them the chance, they will break the bond between Burna Boy and Wizkid. They will break the bond between Tiwa Savage and Wizkid. They broke the bond between Davido and Wizkid, and that is what they have been doing over the time, over now. They do it for a living. And in that kind of thing, they now try to raise Wizkid up, not knowing that they are not doing him a favor. Not knowing that those things, he not send them. But he now has to now come out and say, oh, I'm protecting you, I'm there for you people. Whereas these people are actually not doing him any favor. They are not doing him any favor. So that is the problem that Wizkid FC has actually brought to Wizkid life. Some of them, not all of them. Because tell me why you will be going on that different comment section and go and be saying, oh, Wizkid is greater than Fela. Wizkid is greater than Fela. Why? For what? What did he do? What did Fela do to you people? What is his offense? You understand? So that is the perspective that I actually see it from. I actually think that Wizkid, there's no way he could actually tell his fans because they will get more angry. You understand? But if there's a way to actually tone it down, to make his fans understand that, in as much as I actually said so many of the things that I said, I really didn't mean it. I just needed to protect the, what was it called? But the legacy of somebody that is dead, that is 37 years, that we are still talking about now, should not be rubbished. The platform that many of you have today is as a result of these things. But because Wizkid cannot talk to Wizkid FC fans because they are his fans and he cannot talk to them, of course, these people will actually think that probably is in support of what is going on, because everybody knows in their mind that Wizkid actually lost Fela. He actually, for somebody to have looked at tattoo and say, I want to tattoo this particular person, go through that pain, there's this, even though they didn't meet, there's this kind of love that you have for that person. But because the fans are there, he had to protest the interest of the fans, whether they are doing good or bad. That is the major problem that he's actually facing. That is the biggest problem that he's facing. Until he understands the fact that some of his hooligans club members are the one giving him the trouble that he's facing, that's when he will actually have rest. And whenever the problem now comes, they actually want him to show face. Whenever the trouble now comes, he will not have any choice than to now say, okay, I'm doing this. Whereas the thing is not really coming from his mind. That's why you see most times he doesn't want to talk because he knows he has bad mouth. And so he tries to hold himself down. He has so because of him, and so because of his fans, he has fought with so many people. Fought with Portable, fought with this, no, Portable fought with Wizkid FC fans. You understand? So that's I just feel like you are not the only one that has fan base. And Wizkid FC are not the only fan base in Nigeria. And everybody should tone it down. Tone it down. Tone it down. I love Wizkid, no doubt about that. Many people also love Wizkid. Apart from the fact that many people might say, I'm a Burna Boy fan, they still listen to other people's music. And I can tell you that Wizkid fans alone cannot listen to Wizkid and it will sell. Everybody, both the haters and the lovers. That's why sometimes when people are saying, oh, I put this one on my head, I know they use it and play, I'm just because people that don't love him listen to his song. People that love him listen to his song. That is what it needs to be successful. If the only people that are actually watching him are the people that don't like, are the people that like him, it will not be who he is together. The haters and the lovers are needed together to form a bond. But it shouldn't cross bound. And fans should not put celebrities against each other. But let me know what you think in the comment section. See you in the next.